everyone, today's video is going to be my monthly makeup bag for June 2017. So these are all the products I'm going to be focusing on this month until I have used up more of a value than I've actually spent on beauty products this month. So I'm going to show you everything that I'm focusing on with the exception of my Project Pan items. I feel like if I show you those in this video and then do Project Pan videos, it gets a little redundant. However, I'm kind of debating that, so if you have an opinion on whether or not you'd like to see those Project Pan items in this video as well, go ahead and let me know. But anyway, we'll just go ahead and focus in on what I'm using this month. Now, you might notice that some factors, like I usually have a lot of fragrances. Well, this is in my Project Pan, so it's not. So you might notice that there are some things missing, but again, they're Project Pan items. So, I am going to work on the Ulta brow pencil if I finish up my Project Pan brow pencil, just in case I wanted to have a backup. And I also pulled out this Tarantino Purple Velvet Magic Hour Smudge Pen. I don't think I've ever really used this. But I mean, it's a pretty purple. It's right there. Just one of those like little stopper smudgers. I don't know. I might want to get some use out of that. Play with it some. I have my MAC Fix Plus. This is in the coconut scent. I actually don't love the scent of this. I've never tried the like plain Fix Plus, but you know, as a setting spray for whenever. I haven't actually put it on today, so it was just. Yeah, I don't know. It smells like coconuts, but also Play-Doh, so it's kind of weird. And then I have two powders. I like to put in everything that I'm possibly going to need, and even if I have and having a backup in case I think there is a danger of me using something up, like that's why I have on this brow pencil. I have two powders because they're both travel sized. I have the Bombshell Smooth Criminal Powder. I really love these white HD type powders. I actually mentioned that in my May 2017 favorites. If you missed that, I'll go ahead and link it down below. And then I just have this normal powder, and it came from eLove. Erica, and it is the Ulta Beauty Mineral Setting Powder. That's the powder I have on today. And I pulled out the Benefit BOI-ing Creaseless Concealer. I have like a teeniest, tiniest dip in that, but we'll just keep getting some use out of that. If I use up this, which I'm pretty close to, this is the e.l.f. Tone Correcting Concealer. And if you look, you can see it's almost gone. I've been using this under my eyes, but once it's gone, I'll use that. And I also have the Trestique Mini Concealer Crayon in the shade Bisque. It's kind of an orangey concealer. It's right there. It's close to my skin, but it's a little orange. You know, sorry, my nose. Oh, I don't know why, but anytime I film, my nose itches. So I thought I might get some use out of that. I have two silicone pore filling primers. One is the Benefit Porefessional, and the other is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, both of which are small sample sizes. And I have two cream blushes. One is the Trestique Baby Blush Stick in Bora Coral, and the other is the Cheeky Lip Company, Laqa & Co. Cheeky Lip in the shade Humble Brag. That one's more of like a true pink, whereas the Trestique is not near as pigmented, and it's more of a coral, obviously, as you might get from the name. And I pulled out my Tarte the Sculptor cream contour. I did use that today, and I put the chocolate soleil over it, but this is in the shade number 1, and it's just a nice brown shade. It's a little warm, but I think it works. I have the Benefit Gimme Brow. I'm using this to kind of set my brows, and I'm actually running pretty low on it, so that's kind of exciting. I think I might use that up this month. I wanted to pull out a lot of these, like, you know, like pigmenty kind of things. This is the NYX Roll-On Shimmer. I just got this from Erica as well, and I never got a chance to use it last month, but it is absolutely stunning, so I really want to use that at least once, probably more. And this is the Pixi Fairy Dust and Brightening Bare. It's really pretty. It's kind of like a weird shade because it's not near as sparkly as you might think it would be. And it's like a little darker than my skin tone, but I like that. I put the NYC Sparkle Eye Dust. I loved these for a really long time. They're a little messy, because they're like pigment on a stopper, but they're just kind of messier than some others. It's really pretty. This is the shade 884 Bronze Shimmer. You can no longer get NYC in the States, so I probably should use that. And then these are two pigments that I got from MAC. This is from their Nutcracker Sweet collection. I have the glitter in the shade Raining Riches. And I have the shade Stardream. So they're both pretty. I have a lot of pigments because I love pigments. I love the way they look. They're some of my favorite things, but I don't use them near as much as I should. So now hopefully I will. I have these little like just packages of makeup because they've been in my collection. They're taking up space and I'd like to use them up. I have the Nars Orgasm blush. And then I have two of the same things. These are the Smashbox Cover Sharp palette little samples. And this is for the shade Golden Hour. I pulled out the Revlon blush in the shade Wine with Everything. This is a really pretty matte neutral blush. Some of my favorites are matte neutral blushes. And I actually, I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, you can't buy those anymore. So, I'm not like, my monthly makeup bag isn't so I can like pan items. It's so I can get more use out of them. And, you know, maybe use a couple of things up if I just happen to. But really so I can get use out of them. This is the Manna Kadar Beauty eyeshadow in the shade Fantasy. I actually just gave this away recently. I had two of them. It's this really cool shade and I really like it. And I love pink eyeshadow. I also pulled out the Anika Mineral eyeshadow in the shade Fairy Floss. If you can see there, it's like a really pretty pink. And another Anika one in the shade Eternal Marine, which is just kind of like a dark green. I put out this Nars single because I got it and I haven't used it yet. I was kind of disappointed because it didn't show up like it did online. It's actually one of those like brownie green duochromes. It's really pretty. It's just not what I thought it was going to be. And I thought I would like to try this with a black base. And so since I'm panning my black eyeliner, I thought I could use that as base. And this is in the shade Laqa. And you can see just one of those typical duochromes. So I like it. It's just not what I thought it was. Because that's not what it looked like online. Second drawer, more eyeshadow. As y'all know, eyeshadow is my favorite thing. So I like to have lots and lots of eyeshadow options. I pulled out my Balm Jovi palette. I really love this palette. It comes with 2 lip products. However, I am panning a lipstick, so I probably won't be getting much use out of that. A blush, a highlight, and then 12 shadows. I have done a full review of this. You can see that I do have some small dents in these shades. They don't look brand new, but I definitely haven't gotten as much use out of this palette as I could. The Maybelline Single Shadow in the shade 10S Vanilla. This is just a really pretty inner corner highlight. It's just a white shimmery shade. So I noticed that I think this is my only like true white shimmer shade. So I definitely need one of those because I love an inner corner highlight. Today's is more of a green. It's from my Kat Von D palette that is in my project pan. And then I have 2 more pigments. This is from Geek Chic Cosmetics. I'm obsessed with Geek Chic Cosmetics, in case you didn't know. I have 2 of their pigment sets and I love them. And I also bought this. It's the shade Krampus. It's this really dark, like, let me just swatch it. It's beautiful. It's like a blackened blue with purple and blue glitter. It's just so pretty. There we go. You see the way that glitter just hit the light? It's gorgeous. I really love that shade. So I pulled out that because I thought it might be fun to play with depending on what we're feeling this month. And I also pulled out this Notoriously Morbid Death is Becoming. This is the shade Why Am I in the Morgue? And it's more of like I don't know, it's like a gray with pink glitter. It's pretty. It's kind of silvery. And silver is one of my favorite color eyeshadows, in case you didn't know. Again, that product is also from Erica. So I wanted to try it out. And then my last, what do you call it? Drawer. I pulled out the Urban Decay Fireball shadow. Again, I have a lot of these like smaller ones. This is an actual shadow. I definitely won't be able to use this up within a month. Not by any means, it's an actual shadow, but just smaller things. I just wanted to get some use out of them. And I try to include a lot of single shadows in here because I'm not the best at using my singles. I have the Vera Mona shade in Clover, just really pretty like orangey pink. two H&M shadows. If you follow me, I've done a full review of these and you know I love them. I'll link that review down below. This is the shade Stargazer. I love that dark blue. And then I also love this beautiful silver in the shade Over the Moon. I really pulled this out more for the blush, but maybe I can get some use out of the eyeshadows. The Tarte Rainforest After Dark palette. I've also done a review of this, which will be linked below. The shadows are fine. There's nothing super special about them, but I love the cheek products. I am panning a contour and a highlight, so I doubt I'll get a lot of use out of that, but this blush is also one of my favorites. It's really pretty. This little Pacifica trio, just because, again, I try to pull things that I don't have a lot of use out of. It's kind of just a typical, we have like a, you know, like some warm neutral tones. Nothing wrong there. Then I have my matte quad. I did make this myself, and I really like it. I mean, it's not a full look, but I really like all the shades I have in here. I have Plumage, Tilt, Stars and Rockets, and Cranberry. I really just think these are fun. And as you read, I know that I call this the products I've hit pan on because I don't know, I like to, whenever I've hit pan on an item, I like to keep it in my monthly makeup bag until I totally use it up, because I feel like we get so excited about hitting pan and then we put something away. And in my opinion, you're still not getting your full money's worth out of it. But turns out all of the products I've hit pan on besides one are actually in Project Pan, so I'm not mentioning them there. But this is not in a Project Pan, and it's my e.l.f. Contour Blush and Bronzer in the shade St. Lucia. I totally finished the blush, and then I hit some pan in this contour. I am using Chocolate Soleil, but once Chocolate Soleil is gone, I would like to use this up. So that's what I am focusing in on this month. As always, mainly eyeshadows. I don't know. I like a lot of eyeshadow variety. It's my favorite kind of makeup. I tried to incorporate a lot of blushes and just get a lot of use out of my makeup. I love my collection, but it's very large, so I like to be able to hone in and focus on a couple of items. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, requests, suggestions, comments, go ahead and leave them down below. Anything that I have reviewed, I'll go ahead and leave below so you can see my thoughts, and I will see you all soon. Bye.